everyone. I am spoiled. I am spoiled to be hanging out with my friends at RPI Industries, and I get to introduce you to my new friends as well. I'd like for our next guest to introduce himself, his first and last name, and the name of his business.
Stratis Morphogen, Brooklyn Dumpling Shop, Brooklyn Chop House.
Love it.
Based in New York.
Based in New York. Now, you've been very busy, my friend.
Yes.
Even through all of the madness of this world, you have kept things moving. And we are hanging again here with RPI Industries, and I know that you've really incorporated the innovation that they provide into what you've got going on. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Sure. So we actually did this before COVID.
Yeah.
And we came up with the concept of Brooklyn Dumpling Shop from the success of Brooklyn Chop House dumplings.
Yeah.
We started to go into fast food, quick service restaurant. And when I started studying about fast food, I realized 7 out of 10 restaurants fail within the first 3 years.
Wow.
And I said the number one reason is not, this is pre-COVID, is the expense of payroll. So then I started studying a company that I fell in love with, which was called Horn and Harder.
Okay.
They're the inventors of the automat.
Wow.
And when I started researching about why they succeeded and then why they eventually failed, I realized that technology was the reason why the automat failed in the 70s.
Right.
There were no dollar bill receivers, there were no credit card processors, there was no platforms that you could order off a phone.
Right.
There were no phones.
Right.
And in 2018-19, PJ and I hooked up, and I said, I need an automat, because I had just met with 2 other companies, their competitors, and they showed me a water park locker.
Right.
And that's not, Amazon, even Amazon wasn't enough for me.
Yeah, for sure.
So what I did at that point, I wrote on a piece of paper what I want. I want it to be controlled by the consumer's cell phone.
Right.
I want it to be interactive with third-party delivery sites.
Wow.
I want it heated and refrigerated, and that's actually one of our samples right there. That's actually going to Staten Island, Brooklyn Dumpling Shop.
Really? Okay, good.
And so we launched it in 2019.
Right.
And oddly and weirdly enough, and I hate to use these words, timing was perfect.
Yeah.
Because when COVID hit, everybody thought I created this for COVID.
Right, right.
And I didn't.
Right?
I had nothing to do with safety. It had everything to do with efficiency and economics.
Okay.
And our financial models suggested at that time, if we can knock out cashiers and limit the logistical staff, we could drop our industry norm payroll from 30% to 15%.
Wow.
And what's really special about that comment is 7 out of 10 restaurants fail because of excessive payroll.
Right.
You know, the same way we don't need toll booth clerks on the highways. We don't need cashiers.
Right, right.
And this eliminates all cashiers.
Right.
And it makes, now the consumer has the power of the ordering platform. The consumer is going to tell us, I want to pick it up at 5 o'clock or have it delivered to me.
Yes.
And then when they do arrive at 5 o'clock, they've already got a QR code on their phone. They show up at 5 o'clock, they scan their phone, they take the product, and they're out. They haven't spoken to anyone in my staff. They've done this completely contactless.
Right.
And again, we're actually targeting the TikTok generation.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the 12 to 30-year-old crowd. I've got 3 daughters, 14 to 20. They don't want to talk to me.
Right.
I mean, all they want to do is be on their phone.
Right, absolutely.
Even the iPad is obsolete.
Absolutely.
They want to be on their phone, and when they're hungry, they go to Uber Eats, and when they want something, they go to Amazon.
Right.
You know, and this is all within the same realm of what we're doing.
I love this.
Is ordering on demand, and then the consumer picks.
The consumer has control.
The time.
The consumer has the control.
The consumer has the control.
Yeah, and it's really about that efficiency and accessibility.
Yes, and then when COVID hit, we added the safety, we added a UV light, but even that we're not going to stay with it.
Yeah.
We just did it for COVID, thinking, hey, what can we do for COVID?
Sure.
But this was already done way before COVID.
I love that. I want to talk also about the quality of product, right? Because like that, I know is important to you.
Yes.
Getting the product to the consumer, not only quickly and efficiently, but making sure it's the exact way that it came out of your kitchen.
Yes.
Talk to me about how that happens with what it is that you're doing.
I mean, so our product, you know, the dumpling, right?
Yeah.
The dumpling cannot be cooked unless it's frozen.
Yeah.
If it's soft, it'll fall apart.
Yeah.
So what we've done at Brooklyn Dumpling Shop is that we created the sandwich dumpling.
Wow.
We do pastrami, the Reuben, the bacon cheeseburger, peanut butter and jelly, lamb gyro, we call it in Greek. And all the dips are consistent with the miniature 2-ounce sandwich.
Yeah.
So with that said, we have a co-packer, delivers to Cisco, Cisco delivers.
Yeah.
We have 200 orders in today.
200 orders.
That's 1,000 panels. We have 200 franchisees in development.
Yeah.
And they're opening in the next 3 years.
So your commitment to that piece is big.
Big. And we're actually using that now. We're going to present it horizontal and do the first contactless drive-through as well.
I love that.
And then with the other 40 restaurants that I own,
Yeah.
I'm actually doing this with my fine dining restaurant, where I'm going to have it outside my fine dining restaurant. It's like an ATM machine, flush with the curb. And with that, basically the consumer and the third-party delivery drivers don't have to come into my restaurant.
Wow.
They can do it from outside. Now with that, if you go to Brooklyn Chop House tonight, where it has not been implemented yet,
For sure.
I have 5 people stapling bags.
Right.
Uber gets this, Joe gets this, Mike gets this, James gets this.
For sure.
All those jobs are eliminated.
Right.
From the runner from the kitchen, he walks over to the back of the ATM, which we call right now in this regard.
Okay.
They open the door, they put the order in, they close it, they hit done. When they hit done, the consumer gets the text message with the QR code. I've wiped out 4 jobs and no human error. Limited human error.
Limited human error.
Yeah.
But really keeping in time with innovation.
I remember with delivery and pickup, when there's one mistake, there's 2. You screwed up 2 orders.
Right, absolutely, absolutely.
People don't realize that. When 1 order gets screwed up, you've actually screwed up 2 customer orders.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely love everything that you're doing, and it sounds like innovation is completely behind your motivation. Am I correct in thinking so?
It is.
I absolutely love it. We want to make sure that people can get in touch with you, that they can get their hands on all that you've got going on. I know you have a lot going on, but we want to make sure that they can follow, fan, and like you, as I like to say. Where can they find you?
So my book comes out in June. It's called Be a Disruptor, and it's all about this concept and how we created it with RPI. It's on Amazon.
Oh my
goodness. Be a Disruptor.
Be a Disruptor.
But you can find me on Instagram. I'm pretty active, and I've been very outspoken the last 2 years, fighting these politicians that have borderline destroyed an economy. So I've been very vocal, and you know, I speak for the voiceless. Because we did pretty well at Brooklyn Chop House during COVID, but I spoke for the ones that needed a lot of help.
For sure.
So that was my dedication during COVID era.
Well, we appreciate it, and we're going to continue talking to you, and we're going to make sure that everybody gets their hands on his upcoming book. Thank you so much for sitting with me.